ang ibabayad o isusukli lang sa iyo ay hindi pa sapat para sa isang disenteng pananghalian. Anong klaseng pambabastos ito, Mr. Speaker? Ang husay naman po pala ng management ng ABS-CBN, Mr. Speaker. Ganyan po kawalang hiya ang mga taong nasa likod ng ABS-CBN management.
May we recognize Congressman Elijah San Fernando for his privileged speech, party list Kamanggagawa.
The objection. Chair is none. The Honorable Fernando is hereby recognized. Sir, you have the floor.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, mga kasama, at sa lahat po ng ating mga kamanggagawa na nakikinig sa atin ngayon, isang magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Just a few days ago, thousands upon thousands of Filipino workers marched on the streets of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, echoing long-standing calls for labor and wage reforms in celebration of Labor Day. The country has, once again, been reminded of the fact that workers are the ones who create the wealth of all nations. Ang lakas ng mga manggagawa ang siyang tanging nagpapatakbo sa bawat isang pabrika, kumpanya, at negosyo na pinakikinabangan nating lahat. Sa madaling sabi, walang kahit anong pwedeng pakinabangan kung hindi dahil sa lakas, dugo, at pawis ng mga manggagawa. The same obviously holds true for the media sector. Despite all the glitz and glamour afforded to the names of some of the country's largest media companies, it is the regular employees, those who toil day in and day out, who keep the bright lights of our television and gadget screens running. Ang mga writer, camera crew, reporter, security guard, at maging mga interns, mga nasa likod ng kamera ang siyang bumubuhay sa sektor ng media. It has therefore been a great source of grief and contempt for us in Kamanggagawa Party List to receive several alarming reports from the workers of ABS-CBN Corporation regarding possible labor and wage standard violations by the company. Kung kaya't nais po naming ilaan ang talumpating ito upang bigyang boses at hustisya hindi lamang ang mga manggagawa ng ABS-CBN, kundi ang bawat isang manggagawang tinatanggalan at niyuyurakan ang mga karapatan para sa regular at may dignidad na trabaho. To begin with, Mr. Speaker, the public has probably been made aware by now about an ongoing feud among the members of the Lopez family who are currently serving as top executives of ABS-CBN Corporation. This dispute is about the approval of a 2 billion peso cash infusion from their parent company, Lopez Holdings Corporation, to supposedly keep the company afloat amidst mounting losses in revenue generation. Concerningly, Mr. Speaker, a recent article by Billionaire News alleged that out of the presumed 2 billion peso cash infusion, a staggering 1.1 billion pesos has been earmarked for the retirement benefits of about 15 top executives of the company. In response to these allegations, Mr. Speaker, ABS-CBN Corporation has released a statement outright disavowing the veracity of these claims, downplaying it as mere PR attacks. Regardless, what remains true is that warring factions inside the Lopez family have emerged as a result of these internal company battles. Ngayon, Mr. Speaker, mga kasama, ano po bang kinalaman ng ating mga manggagawa sa away pamilyang ito? Para maging klaro po, walang pakialam ang mga manggagawa sa away pamilya, lalo't higit sa awayan ng mga oligarko at bilyonaryo. Ang punto, habang nangyayari ang ihidwaang ito sa kumpanya, may mga manggagawa ng ABS-CBN na naglakas loob na tumindig at magsalita tungkol sa mga posibleng paglabag sa kanilang mga karapatan, partikular sa usapin ng kontraktualisasyon, hindi pagbabayad ng sapat na sahod, at hindi ligtas na mga kondisyon sa trabaho. They have reached out to and sought the assistance of this representation in echoing their struggle for justice, and that is precisely what we aim to do. To share in brief, Mr. Speaker, mga kasama, the gist of this issue is that several workers who were hired solely as company drivers have been consistently and unduly burdened with tasks beyond the mandates of their job description, serving, for instance, as assistant cameramen during deployment. Kinuha ka bilang driver, tapos biglang naging assistant cameraman ka rin. At ano ang kapalit na bayad nito? Tumataginting na dagdag 100 piso lamang. Driver ka na. Ginawa ka pang assistant cameraman kahit hindi naman ito kasama sa pinapasweldo sa'yo. Tapos ang ibabayad o isusukli lang sa'yo ay hindi pa sapat para sa isang disenteng pananghalian. Anong klaseng pambabastos ito, Mr. Speaker? Nandyan po ang isang sumbong ng isa nating kamanggagawa. Aniya, 10 oras siyang nagmaneho papunta sa isang assignment. Walang tulog, walang pahinga. Kape lang ang panlaban sa antok at pagod. Tapos, paglapag sa area kung saan siya inassign, diretso sabak na agad sa pagbubuhat ng mabibigat na camera equipment at pag-alalay sa shooting bilang assistant cameraman. This practice remains the same even when they are deployed in high-risk areas, such as during typhoons and in active conflict zones. Sa atin pong pakikipag-usap, Mr. Speaker, nalaman natin na may mga manggagawang na-deploy at naging assistant cameraman sa Marawi, sa Scarborough Shoal, at balikatan exercises kahit hindi naman ito bahagi ng kanilang trabaho. Ang husay naman po pala ng management ng ABS-CBN, Mr. Speaker. Biruin niyo ho, ginawang 3-in-1 ang ating mga manggagawa. Pinag-drive mo na, pinag-assistant cameraman mo na, dineploy mo pa sa mga mapanganib na lugar, pero ang bayad, pang isang trabahador lang. Ngayon, Mr. Speaker, bilang pagtatanggol sa kumpanya, meron pong mga social media posts na ang ilan ay galing pa mismo sa ilang mga journalist na nagsasabing hindi naman daw empleyado ng ABS-CBN ang mga manggagawang nagrereklamo. Giit nila, ang mga manggagawang ito raw ay mga kontraktual lang at nasa agency na pinatatakbo ng Third Generation Service Incorporated. Uulitin ko po, Mr. Speaker, manggagawang kontraktual lang naman daw sila kung kaya't absuelto na ang ABS-CBN mula sa responsibilidad. To this, we say, shame on you. Kapwa nyo manggagawa ang mga driver. Pero sa halip na pakinggan ang kanilang mga karaingan, mas pinili nyong ipagtanggol ang kumpanya na hindi naman kayo kailanman pamamanahan. Let us again make our position known, Mr. Speaker. Salot at kanser ang kontraktualisasyon sa buhay ng mga manggagawa at ng bansang ito sa kabuuan. Kumikita ng bilyon-bilyon ang mga kumpanya dahil sa ganitong setup. Habang buhay na ginagawang kontraktual ang mga manggagawa sa ilalim ng trilateral work arrangement para hindi maibigay ng buo ang kanilang sahod at mga benepisyo. Dahil hindi na matiis ng mga manggagawa ang kanilang kalagayan, sila rin naman ay gumawa ng mga hakbang. Formal na silang nagsampa ng kaso sa National Labor Relations Commission. Pero dahil batid nila na hindi magiging madali at mabilis ang pag-usad ng kaso, naglunsad din sila ng protesta sa harap mismo ng ABS-CBN upang iparating ang kanilang mga pinagdadaanan sa publiko sa pag-asang makikipagdialogo sa kanila ang management. Pero Mr. Speaker, mga kasama, sa halip na sila ay kausapin, ang management sa ilalim ng pamumuno ng pamilya Lopez ay gumawa ng mga retaliatory measures laban sa mga manggagawa. Iniulat ng ating mga kamanggagawa na matapos ang naging pagkilos ay may ilang pinagbantaan na hindi na sila bibigyan ng work assignment o maaaring tuluyan ng tanggalan ng access sa pagpasok sa opisina. Let it be known that Kamanggagawa Party List will file a resolution to call for the House Committee on Labor and Employment to conduct a thorough investigation of these reports, as these are in serious and direct violations of numerous provisions of our labor code, particularly Articles 294 on security of tenure, Articles 106 to 109 to contracting and subcontracting arrangements and solidarity liability, and 162 to 165 on occupational safety and health. As disheartening as it sounds, we are not surprised by ABS-CBN and Lopez families' lack of regard to their workers anymore. Just a few years ago, unions of Sky Cable employees successfully resisted threats of mass layoffs by the company following a buyout by PLDT. It was even reported by the unions that the management offered the regular employees to reapply via a third-party contractor. Mr. Speaker, kontraktualisasyon na naman. Yan ang sukli ng Sky Cable, isang subsidiary ng ABS-CBN Corporation at nasa ilalim ng pagmamay-ari ng mga Lopez sa kanilang mga manggagawa. There was also the case of the camera crew of Set and Stage Resource Management Incorporated, a company that was owned by Freddie M. Garcia, better known as FMG, and the former president of ABS-CBN Corporation. Matapos magbuo ng union ang mga manggagawa ng Set and Stage, biglang isinara ni FMG ang kumpanya. Pero ang siste, inilipat lang din ang operations sa ibang kumpanya. Ganyan po kawalang hiya ang mga taong nasa likod ng ABS-CBN management. In the service of the Filipino. These are the words that are proudly etched in ABS-CBN's corporate mission. Arguably, the largest media company in the history of our country. Ito ang pinagmamalaki at pinangangalandakan ng ABS-CBN. To this, we say, ang kapal ng mga mukha ninyong tawagin ang sarili nyo bilang lingkod bayan. Kapag sinabi nating hating kapatid, ang ibig sabihin ay pantay dapat ang hatian. Walang lamangan, walang gulangan. Ngunit sa inaasta ng management ng ABS-CBN, kapag sinabi na natin ngayong hating kapamilya, wala nang ibang pumapasok na mga salita sa ating mga isipan, kundi panlalamang, pananamantala, at pandadaya. These are not isolated cases, Mr. Speaker. These are explicitly shameless displays of greed by the Lopez family, an utter lack of regard for their workers. The very same workers who stood by the company when it was facing its disenfranchisement years back. Do not get us wrong, Mr. Speaker, mga kasama. We resolutely stand for the freedom of the press, and we recognize the chilling effect that the disenfranchisement of ABS-CBN has caused. However, we are also unwavering in our stand against the exploitation of Filipino workers. Kung kaya't kasabay ng pagkilala namin sa makasaysayang papel ng ABS-CBN sa paghahatid ng balita sa milyon-milyong mga Pilipino, ay ang aming pagtindig sa aming katapatan bilang representante ng mga manggagawa ay walang iba kundi sa mga manggagawa at ordinaryong Pilipino. Hindi naman na po bago sa atin, Mr. Speaker, ang mga ganitong klaseng pagsasawalang bahala at pananamantala sa mga manggagawa. In accordance with our mandate, as Kamanggagawa Party List, we have filed several House resolutions regarding rampant labor violations committed by numerous corporations. We stood alongside our workers against the intimidation, harassment, and retaliatory efforts and other union-busting tactics of Standard Motors and Han Casino Resort. We stood alongside our motorcycle riders against the illegal suspension and termination by Lazada and JNT. We stood alongside the union members of Package World against the violent dispersal, assault, and employment by goons of Asia Brewery. We stood in solidarity alongside the workers of Sky Cable and Set and Stage. Thus, we are now again standing alongside the drivers of ABS-CBN. To end, Mr. Speaker, we would like to circle back to our opening points. Us, the workers of the world, are the ones who keep the lights shining, who keep the faucet running, who maintain roads and the cars that run over it. We create and sustain the world. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, we must always remind ourselves that the very august chamber that we find ourselves in at this very moment has been built from the ground up by workers. It is thus acceptable for us, the supposed representatives of the people, to sit idly here and pretend that our workers are doing fine. Taon-taon na lang po natin ipinagdiriwang ang Mayo 1. Taon-taon na lang din po ang danas ng ating mga manggagawa. Panggigipit, pangharas, at samot-saring paglabag sa kanilang mga karapatan. Sawa na po ang ating mga manggagawa sa kalakarang kapag nakakaranas sila ng pang-api ay kailangan pa nilang manikluhod sa kung kani-kaninong mga makapangyarihan upang mapansin ang kanilang mga hinaing. Kailangan na po natin itong tuldukan. We, the Filipino workers, demand nothing less than the complete transformation of our broken system. A system where warring factions of billionaires do not exist. A system where workers enjoy the fruits of their labor to the fullest extent. A system where the bright lights of the stage are pointed not towards greed and exploitation, but towards care, justice, and cooperation. Mabuhay po ang bawat isang manggagawa at ordinaryong Pilipino. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dan Fernando, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on a point of personal and collective privilege. The
Mr.
Executive
Speaker,
Secretary
motion
made
to
statements about me
suspended.
multiple times today, and I would like to respond.